What do you know about constraint management, revenue drivers, activity-based costing, balanced scorecard,
conjoint analysis, hierarchical value mapping,
asset securitization, credit default swaps,
EQ, EI, OD, OE,
Black-Scholes pricing model, cross-subsidization death spiral,
tipping point, price elasticity,
DuPont framework, adhocracy, BATNAs, strategic alignment.
These are all things that you're going to learn here at BYU's Executive MBA program.
A lot of people know about business and they understand concepts, but how to make it work in the real world, that's a different thing.
If you're in marketing, you're in HR, whatever it is, so you need to have some basic finance skills. How to do a budget, how to analyze a company, how to pitch a project to your bosses about, I need money for this machine or that machine or this advertising campaign.
We see students coming into the program with some dreams, and through the course of the program, they work with their teams, they work closely with the faculty, and they take something that wasn't particularly viable and turn it into something that's a powerful business plan.
I thought I knew what marketing was. I thought I knew what financial statements were. But it wasn't until you get into the EMBA program, you try it and you're learning it, and, that you realize how these things can be applied.
The concept of creating alignment. Well, I always knew the importance of creating alignment in a company. The Executive MBA gave me the tools that I needed to go through and create that alignment, which helped us in guiding our business and directing our business.
I think that's something that an executive program gives you that's above and beyond any other kind of MBA curriculum, is the ability to take what you learn in class, to apply it directly, and also take what you're learning via direct experience in business and apply it to your classroom learning.
Students who come to our program actually are working professionals who have significant experience and knowledge in business. And so there's that energy and eagerness to learn and obtain additional knowledge and then apply that in a practitioner setting.
I'm so glad that I started it now and didn't wait any longer. I think of the things that I've learned, the things that I've done in just these past few months, and I wish I would have known them 20 years ago.
I know I'm getting the best education here. It's no less than a Harvard or a Yale education, I feel.
At most schools, teaching PhD students is sort of the top rung of the ladder. That's how it was at Washington, at Arizona State. Here, our flagship is the MBA and the EMBA program, and I think some of the top teachers are chosen.
I've been blown away by the quality of faculty. It's exceeded my expectations. They realize you're a working professional and they value your opinion and your experiences, and you can talk to them about stuff that's going on in your job, and you can get their opinions on what maybe you should do and maybe where you can incorporate stuff that you're learning about in class.
They show a tremendous amount of respect for us because they know that we are working professionals and maybe not the student that's coming in with very little or no work experience. So it really, the synergy that comes from the professors as well as your colleagues within the classroom is really tremendous.
They enjoy getting to know the faculty, building on faculty expertise, and it's not just a one-way relationship, it's two-way, and it's enriched from both parties.
One student that comes to mind was an engineer. We were teaching him in a marketing course all about dominating situations and finding the right product use group. And he went to a board meeting the week after the class, and when they brought in how should we market, he was the first to stand up and say, we need to dominate usage situations and find the right segment to market to. And they looked at him and said, wow, you really understand marketing. And they asked him to be the vice president of marketing.
We had a team 5 or 6 years ago, a group of students who decided to start a business. Several of them ended up quitting their jobs and going full-time with this business. They're essentially refurbishing ATM machines for banks. And step by step in the classes that they had, they would learn some things and then build it into their business model. And now, if you go to an ATM machine, if it looks fresh and painted with new signage, it could be former MBA students.
I graduated from BYU in 1986 with a BS degree in mathematics, and I branched over into programming and did that for about 13 years, including stints with WordPerfect and Novell. And in 1997, I decided I would go back to school for my MBA so that I could further my career in that area. As an executive in a small company, it's pretty clear to see that what you do really matters. You make a decision, and it may be 6 months down the road where you see if you made the right decision or not. So as we've grown this company from about a little less than $1 million revenue into this company that is making $10 million this year, it's quite rewarding to see the results of the variety of activities that you do. The EMBA program, one of the things it did for me was it got me out of a rut. It got me out of a rut and allowed me to think and perform at a higher level. During the program, before the program, if you came in with this sense that you wanted to do something better but you didn't know what, by the time you emerge from this program, you will know. You will know what your next step will be.
I was redeployed, that's a nice way of saying laid off, about 6 or 7 years ago. And some of the folks that made the cut, that stayed at the company, had gone through an MBA program, had an advanced degree someplace. And my wife and I had a long heart-to-heart talk, and this was something we'd been talking about for many years, but decided now was the time and place to do it. From a business standpoint, it is equally an accomplishment. Today, a graduate degree is almost a necessity.
Though you will graduate with a degree, you graduate with something much more. You graduate with the honor of being a student of Brigham Young University. That means something in the country today.
Students who receive an MBA in our executive program usually go home, back to their businesses, and really make a difference. Where before they may have been pigeonholed, they write code, they can sell. When they get the MBA, they have a much broader sense of what's going on inside the business and what drives the value to the shareholders.
An MBA is important, but it's more than a degree. It's a network. It's a group of colleagues that you build tight relationships that are important to you for the next 30, 40 years of your career.
We have some that are engineers, some that are in finance, some that are in marketing. Even in my group, there's a wide variety, so as we go through different classes, we are able to help one another out and really benefit one from another.
It's not just networking. It's really fellowship. It's a community that we develop here, a fellowship that goes beyond just what's happening in the classroom, a fellowship that connects us to each other's lives throughout the program and far, far beyond.
I felt a real sense of accomplishment when I walked across the floor there to receive my diploma. It was a very satisfying moment in my life.
The day I received my MBA was a major accomplishment because it was my chance to share with my family and friends the fruit of so many years of hard labor.
You've put so much sweat, so much effort, and yet been able to rise triumphant and accomplish that task. That's what I expect when I finish.
I can only look with total excitement to what is ahead for me with this program and beyond, for opportunities that are ahead for the future. There is no question in my mind that I made the right choice.
The purpose of this MBA degree is to bring you into this program, our program, that gives you an opportunity to become somebody, to adjust the way you live your life and to have that life be, for you, more successful. This MBA degree is about leadership. And the purpose of this program is to help make you become a leader.